inside the remote moon biodome.
Awful, wake up, bitch.
What? What is it, Celtic?
Check this out, you ready?
Celtic drinks a smoking beaker that he swiped from Panda's desk.
Oh, good lord, do you even know what that does?
Of course, dipshit. Pandy has labels on everything on his desk. This one gives you super boost, speed, super boost. Watch this.
Celtic winds up to run, but takes his first step at a painfully slow pace.
What the fuck?
Now you can't run away from your consequences, you dumbass weasel. Oh, I bet Mr. Panda's gonna be pissed.
Oh no, I'm ecstatic. I've been needing a good test subject, and Primesol sent me a hearty one too.
Well, your test failed.
What was that, buddy?
I think he's saying your test failed.
Oh yeah, I see that. Sorry, buddy. Don't worry, I'm pretty sure I put limited timing spice in there. It should wear off soon.
Also, Mr. Panda, if you don't mind me asking, how did you get into gifted alchemy? I mean, aren't you afraid of getting arrested?
Oh, I have no fear of the USNG's rules over Primesol's gift. I believe he gave it to all of us to use.
But didn't Primesol himself order our leaders to maintain control of the gift?
Yes, that is the belief of the terrestrians. But we who grew up on the main planets of the Palestri system have a different history of Primesol's gift.
But Primesol still speaks to our Minister of the Gift on Amodius.
As he also does to our High Priest on the Palestri capital Tigris.
I thought the Palestri priesthood was banned.
Officially, but persecution can never be absolute. Wow, dude. This is all a bit heavy-handed, don't you think?
Mr. Panda, who are you talking to?
Oh, you know, the scrawny blonde kid.
You're only pretty sure?
You gotta get me out of this shit!
Oh, golly fucking shit! Are you okay?
Dipshit.
On the moon's surface outside the biodome, Armada is standing at the edge of a crater with Baby.
You know, being in such a remote part of space is so relaxing. It's doing wonders for my anxiety.
Very true. There's something about having no barriers between you and the heavens, knowing that society's problems and judgments are trillions of miles away.
Uh-huh. Oh, look! There's moon crystals in the crater! I'm gonna go pick some.
Baby, you know those aren't worth much.
Oh, I know. But they'll look great on my viewport window.
Longhorn approaches and steps next to Armada.
Not sure why, but I already like this kid.
They have an endearing laugh indeed. Anyway, I'm shocked you let Vic take your baby.
Oh, it's killing me, to be honest. He and I are gonna have some real problems if he keeps up this totalitarian bullshit.
Listen, I know him. He's been different since what happened to the last Omega squad. He just needs some time to settle in with us.
You honestly think that?
Primesol, I hope so.
Ugh. Hey, where'd Baby go?
Picking up some
Baby
moon
has skipped into
crystals.
another
This
crater,
one's
out of sight of their
purple,
team.
This one's also purple, but it's kind of darker. God, they are so pretty. They look like galaxies, I think.
Baby turns around to see a tall man in an old rugged metal spacesuit pointing a rifle at them. Baby warps to their left, but runs straight into another in a similar suit. Armada and Longhorn drop down into the crater to see an unconscious Baby being carried off by 3 armored goons.
Baby!
Armada and Longhorn take off after them. They make it around the ridge of the crater to see the door of a small ship closing.
Oh shit! Just leave it up to them to get off their lazy asses just when it affects me.
What?
The fucking Maw, the pirates. We gotta act quick. The ship is slow as dog shit, so if we get to Oz now, we might be able to track them.
Okay, let's get the others.
A few moments later, Omega Squad has hastily boarded the Excrementus.
Alright, is everyone on board?
I don't see Celtic.
Armada searches out the door.
Why are we running?
Armada and Opal run out to grab Celtic and rush him into the ship, ending with a shove from Opal.
Punch it, Longhorn.
The Excrementus ignites to life and lifts off from the moon's surface.
I knew you'd still be charging that hyperdrive, you broke-ass bastards.
Thank you guys so much for letting me tag along. This is the day Primesol had waiting for me. I knew it.
It's only because...
Stupid potion made me too slow to throw you off. Wait, now you are moving slow? What the fuck?
Longhorn uses his gift to scan and watch the actions of the kidnappers. He keys in on their navigation calculations and jumps to hyperspace just as they do.
Hey, why did these pirates take baby?
Oh, they may be wanting to sell them off as a slave, yeah.
We aren't gonna let that happen. Everyone be ready for a fight. If they don't hand baby directly over, it's gonna be the final mistake they'll make.
As the Excrementus exits hyperspace, a small, dark green planet takes up a portion of their viewport.
Oh, shit. I thought I recognized these coordinates. Welcome to Tortiga. Hope you guys are ready for the sleaziest toxic spill of a pirate headquarters in the galaxy. Don't worry, though. I think I'm still on good terms with one of the bigwigs here. Hi, Crabstar. It's your best mate, Longhorn. Listen, I think there's been a bit of a mix-up.
6 small battleships, each twice the size of the Excrementus, have surrounded them.
Oh, shit, that's right. Yeah, he's been trying to kill me. Okay, anyway, everyone hold on to your asses.
Longhorn dives, narrowly avoiding the Maw vessel's cannons.
Don't worry, guys. I'll get us out of this system.
No! We need to help baby. Take us down to the surface.
Oh, you're gonna get us all killed?
Longhorn makes a beeline for the planet.
What the hell was that sound?
Oh, I forgot to look out for those. Yeah, those are boarders. Get ready for a fight.
Via pods attached to the hull of the ship, pirates cut through the walls and infiltrate the common area.
The pirates are dressed in light, mixed-matched armor, along with various bandanas, piercings, and loose-fitting clothes.
Armada swiftly moves in and grabs the pirate's arm before he can draw a sword. She punches and elbows his face before stealing his pistol and killing 2 more behind him. She grabs the vibration of her gunfire to create a sword of her own and stabs her captive pirate through the chest. Opal grabs a pistol from the deck and shoots another pirate to Armada's right. Armada throws the dead pirate aside to block another's cutlass. Opal shoots another pirate behind the one locked blades with Armada. Armada makes a parry and points her gun at the pirate opposite her, but he makes a quick move with his sword, knocking the gun out of her hand. Armada steps back with defensive sword swings. Opal points his gun at the last pirate, but is knocked over by Celtic speeding past everyone. He rushes through the room and into 3 more pirates entering from further in the ship. He crushes 2 of them into the wall, while knocking the 3rd to the ground.
That's the shit I was looking for. Oh, if I can stay like this. Oh, shit. You guys need to stay home. I'll run around crushing every Gazian skull in the galaxy. Oh, god damn, I can see the medal ceremony now. The Emperor handing me a trophy. Opal crying like a little bitch. Thinking Armada getting ready to punch me in the throat. Whoa. Oh, Miss Winkle's here.
Armada jukes to her left to avoid a stab from the pirate, who continues to throw a flurry of well-placed attacks at her, a few swings cutting her armor. She grabs Celtic's voice, muting him and forming a paper-thin sheet under the pirate's
Are we
foot.
seriously gonna be...
She pulls it out, sending him up and down to his back, before promptly stabbing him on the ground.
Are we seriously gonna be stuck fighting these butt pirates all day? Hey, I'm back to normal.
The pirate that was knocked over by Celtic slowly gets up and reaches for his sword. Celtic quickly reaches for his pistol, but slows down to a crawl.
Oh! Shit!
The pirate swings his sword, but is shot dead by Opal, who's recovered from Celtic's ramming.
Oh, of course that happened.
And I already regret pulling the trigger.
Get us to the surface now, Longhorn.
Longhorn dives and weaves to avoid cannon fire as the Excrementus enters the planet's green, hazy atmosphere. The Excrementus slows its descent through the planet's gray and green fog as it reaches the surface.
Alright, this whole area is a giant bog. I'll try and set it down on the most stable land I can find.
Longhorn delicately sets their ship on
Alright, not bad. Damn it! Ah, we're sunken deep. It's gonna be hard to lift off.
We'll have to cross that bridge when we get to it. Helping baby is our first priority. Longhorn, did any Maw ships follow us to the surface?
Not that I could see. I think we're pretty hidden here.
Good, that gives us options. Okay, squad, first thing we have to do is locate baby. Everyone, take the clothes from these pirates. We're going undercover.
Okay, that sounds like a good plan, but do I have to wear these pirates' clothes? They really smell quite rancid, and I didn't bring any potions to help with that. Or this plot point that's so stale it smells just as bad.
No, Panda, you stay here with Celtic and try to undo this spell he's stuck with.
Oh, Primesol, bless you! Sounds great.
You can't leave me with this fucking weirdo. Have you noticed how spiritual he talks? He definitely touches people. That's why he made this potion, or worse. Oh shit, he's gonna do more crazy experiments on me. Oh, you sick fuck. That's why you tricked me into doing this shit. Please don't leave me with him. I'd rather Armada beat it out of me.
Okay, good. Thank you, Panda. Opal, Longhorn, you're with me. We're gonna head to the nearest town to ask around. Longhorn, I'll let you take point and do the talking.
About time someone recognized that was a good idea.
Didn't you almost get us destroyed by a fleet of ships the last time you opened your mouth?
I will maroon you again, you little smartass.
Go get him, you champion of the silver tongue.
Also, guys, I need to stress this. Things are already extremely messy. I want you all to keep the body count to a minimum. The USNG won't want GDAS Slaughters Drogman Marketplace popping up on everyone's screens across the Empire.
Armada, Longhorn, and Opal step out of the side port of the Excrementus.
Oh, I forgot how gnarly this place smells.
Prime salt.
Armada hops straight into the bog water.
Soak it in, guys. It'll help us blend in.
Ugh, that's a good point.
Opal hops off the ship.
It always takes me weeks to wash the smell out of my hair.
After about an hour of slushing through the swamp, the three disguised squad mates approach a shanty town built on a rickety boardwalk.
Alright, I can already see a cantina. Let's start there.
As the squad mates are making their way to the bar, two pirates notice that Opal is stepping very timidly in a nervous fashion. They glare questioningly at his vulnerable appearance, being dressed like a combative mob pirate. Longhorn notices their stares and punches Opal in the stomach. He then throws him down the boardwalk a few feet before catching up to him.
Quit pussyfooting around. These guys will sniff weakness out like sharks to blood.
Understood.
Now remember, if you end up having to talk, keep it quick and with the best Drogman accent you can muster. The mod doesn't exactly roll out a welcome wagon for terrestrians.
The two nod as Longhorn kicks open the door to the cantina. Inside the bar is a ruckus party of pirates and locals, drinking, fighting, and gameplay. Longhorn spots a table of 4 pirates rolling dice with an ornately designed silver lantern holding a sparking blue globe behind its glass at the center of the table. One pirate has a winning throw.
That module's coming aboard my ship!
Erg, like hell it be.
The losing pirate leaps across the table to tackle the other to the ground. He pulls the surprised pirate's head up before punching him out cold. The loser, along with the rest of the patrons, look up at an older, heavily out-of-shape pirate, sitting quietly at the end of the bar. The large man chuckles and nods to the violent one. The pirate takes the lantern and jolts gloatingly out of the tavern.
Get me mine.
The crowd smoothly transitions back into their own activities. Longhorn steps over the unconscious pirate and approaches the large man.
These folks seem to respect you.
Less than they should. Without me, word of work wouldn't get within a cannon shot of this place.
You recruit for them all then?
That I do. Hephaestus be the name. Are you looking for a job? Ye seem healthy and strong. Ye should have no trouble.
No, I actually have my own shipping crew.
A bit young, ain't ye?
I grew up fast, what can I say? Anyway, I'm in need of some work that I don't have to have on the payroll, if you know what I'm saying.
I get you.
As Opal and Armada are standing behind Longhorn, acting as his crew, they overhear 2 pirates further down the bar.
Hey, how did you hear about the crew of the Ghastly Spectre? They installed a Carcavan X3 propulsion core on the old lady.
Oh, she must be running faster than the Dutchman now.
Aye, she be. She took them here from the terrestrian border just 12 hours.
No kidding.
Excuse me, that's not possible.
Are ye calling me a liar?
No, not a liar, just wrong. You see, the Carcavan X3 was developed for freight ships. It has a lot of power, but atrocious top-end speed.
No, I seen one with my own eye. It'd be the size of this building.
I know it's big, but like I said, it was developed for...
Yarg, I gotta get me one for my ship. I'll be out running terrestrian patrols without a sweat.
You won't get very far.
Arg, how many gears do it have?
6.
It doesn't use gears.
Back to Longhorn and Hephaestus.
I'd be happy to send you in the right direction. But you know, there's been a few terrestrian feds snooping around lately, and I can't be too careful. I'm gonna need to see your ship and your crew to prove you're for real.
Oh yeah, of course. But you see, I've got a little bit of a problem.
What be that?
Longhorn starts to sweat.
You sound a bit terrestrian when you get mad, kid.
Ye are wondering where that comes from.
I am wondering where he's from.
What are you all talking about?
The pirates get up and encroach on Apple. Armada steps in, grabs the arm of one of the pirates, jabs her elbow in his face, and a knee in his ribs before throwing him over her shoulder to the ground. The other one throws a punch at her, but she blocks it, and bashes his face and chest with a flurry of punches. She kicks him into the bar and finishes him with an uppercut. The first pirate begins to get up, before Armada knocks him out with a swift kick to the head. She looks up to see the whole bar, staring in silence.
They were pinching my nerdy mate's ass.
Armada notices one man sitting quietly at the end of the bar, wearing a tattered but distinguished pirate coat and an old-fashioned eye patch. A glare he's holding at something just past Armada is only broken when he notices her. He knocks back his drink, grabs his tricorn hat, and slips out the door.
Oh, that's your crew?
Best in the stars.
Oh, they're great. I trust you well enough for that. All right, listen close.
On Rowena, the SRT-34 cuts through the hazy atmosphere before slowing down toward the desert surface and landing. Vic, in his heavy blue armor, rises from the cockpit and drops his feet to the ground. He draws his rifle and scans the field around him. The battle-scorched scene is devoid of movement and holds only broken equipment and mangled corpses. Vic checks his comms to see that the SOS signal he had picked up from orbit is still broadcasting. Now on the ground, he can see that it's coming from the direction of the town. Further on, Vic reaches the small farm the squad came across before their battle. A crater takes up the ground where most of the farm once was. Near the edge of the crater, Vic spots a charred body. Approaching it, he sees that the corpse is holding the remains of a child.
Our mission today is the recently settled planet Run. The USNG is yet to lose assistance to these bastards, and we're gonna keep it that way.
Now remember, we aren't trusting the lives of these settlers to you and your squad, Commander.
I sure am glad your squad is here. Some of my troops were beginning to think this rock was gonna be the end of us, I tell you.
Yay! We saved the planet!
Vic, we need to help carry your bricks.
God damn it!
Three Gosnian soldiers are reclining along a blown-out window inside a wrecked general store, keeping watch over the raided, vacant town square. A dead Gosnian is slammed into the middle standing soldier, knocking it out through the window. An electrical current flows from the body and stuns the other two. Bullets spray through the air, tearing through their flesh. Vic leaps past the bodies and out the window, crushing the knocked out Gosnian under his feet as he plants them for a charged jump. Electric currents launch Vic up and across the town square, narrowly avoiding a powerful laser from a Gosnian-mounted heavy blaster in one of the second-story windows. While airborne, Vic takes aim and kills the Gosnian manning it, before crashing into the room, sending a shockwave at his landing, nearly vaporizing the remaining two soldiers inside. He plants a grenade on the floor, blowing a hole in it, for him to drop down on the infiltrating Gosnians below. Now in a small library, he takes their disorientation to bash one in the face with the butt of his rifle, before gunning down the three to his right. As the further Gosnians return fire, Vic dives over the face-smashed Gosnian, working its way back up, before it's lit up by friendly laser fire. The firing Gosnians catch a blue glowing grenade in the corner of their eye, before they're eviscerated by an electrically charged shrapnel-laced explosion. The Gosnians still alive are left stunned long enough by the electric wave for Vic to peer over the bookshelf and pick them off. A Gosnian jumps from around the bookshelf behind Vic and fires at him. Vic turns around just as the blast hits him square in the chest of his heavy armor, only slowing him. He puts his rifle on his back as he barehandedly pummels the Gosnian to the ground, before another comes screaming from the same direction. It throws a swing at Vic, but he easily blocks it to punch it into another bookshelf. Vic swings his weight into a follow-up, punching the alien straight through the wooden case. He looks outside to see 3 exos lining up outside the building. The face of the library is obliterated. The explosive shockwave scattering shrapnel in all directions. Leaping over the airborne debris is Vic, holding the detached heavy blaster cannon. He fires it into the face of the first exo before landing on it. The blaster cuts a hole straight through the exo's body as it falls to the ground. Vic turns the blaster to hit the cannon of the exo to his left, before jumping over the impact of the third exo's cannon shot and snagging himself on its chassis. He subjects it to a vicious shock, frying every circuit and its pilot. The last exo approaches from behind and swings its laser sword gauntlet at Vic, who drops off his victim exo to the ground. The swinging exo slashes through its dead comrade as Vic lightning punches its knee. It stumbles as Vic climbs up its back, jumps, and pounds himself down on the exo's head, bringing it to its knees. He proceeds to pound the armor over and over, building current with each strike. This eventually breaks off the front portion of the exo, spilling the pilot out. The pilot tries to get to its feet and run, but is grabbed by the enraged human. Vic punches it in the face, wraps his arm around its head, knees it in the chest, and cracks its upper vertebrae before ripping its head off. About 80 meters down the main street, some Gosnian troopers have gathered behind some debris for a defensive position. They nervously ready their weapons for the advancing human. They all hesitate to pull the triggers as they watch a blue behemoth violently sparking with electricity slowly approaching them, with the Gosnian's head in his right hand and its dead limp body in his left. A pair of glowing blue eyes become visible behind his visor. In a courtyard behind the town hall, the remaining human civilians sit hostage to the Gosnian troop.
Mommy, when will the aliens let us see Daddy?
I don't know yet, baby.
The child looks over to the nearest Gosnian guard.
Mr. Alien!
Grace!
Grace wrestles from her mother's grasp and runs toward the guard.
Grace! No!
Mr. Alien! Tell me where my daddy is!
Grace's mother runs after her. This startles the Gosnian, who raises its blaster at her. A man dressed in a tattered uniform with a half-broken star on the front pocket tackles the mother to the ground as the Gosnian fires. The blast narrowly misses them and hits the ground. The Gosnian soldier backs up, blaster still pointed at the mother. As it turns its attention to Grace, still sobbing on the ground, it lowers its blaster and kneels over her. The Gosnian's tone calms Grace down and collects her attention. It reaches into a pocket in its armor and pulls out a little glass figure. The soldier reaches their hand to Grace, offering it to her.
Thank you, Mr. Alien.
Grace accepts the gift and locks eyes with the Gosnian, noticing a deep scar across its forehead, and perceiving what almost looks like a smile. Just before a berserker grabs the soldier and throws them aside. Grace gets up and runs back to her mother, who, along with the deputy and the rest of the townsfolk, trembles toward the center of the courtyard.
Do you know what he might be telling them, Deputy?
Primesol, I don't know. It looks like they're responding to new orders.
The Gosnian guards suddenly shuffle from their previous positions and into a line formation facing them.
Great, Primesol!
What?
Get up, we've got to rush them now!
The berserker raises its sword. A dead Gosnian body is thrown into the berserker, exploding into an electric pulse. Vic jumps from the roof of the town hall, landing on the berserker and rolling off of it. He pulls his rifle and guns down 3 of them as they're disoriented. Putting his rifle on his back, he sprints towards the remaining firing squad, sparks crackling in his fists. Vic grabs the arm of the nearest Gosnian and ends its life with a hook, uppercut, and reverse punch. Uses it as a meat shield to reach the next one. Throws it aside, swings a back fist across the second's jaw, grabs its arms, rips them off, and takes a couple of grazing hits as he throws one of his arms with a current to stun the few Gosnians further from him, before he reaches the third, beating it to death with the other arm. He quickly turns back around and grabs the first stunned Gosnian. He smashes its head into a nearby rock, smearing its green blood over its surface. before flinging it back into the last two, knocking them to the ground. He pulls his rifle and pops a burst into each of them, before spotting a couple of Gosnians across the courtyard, aiming at him. Grace looks up from her mother's shielding arms to look at the fight. She can see 3 Gosnians firing from behind trees, one of them being the guard with the scar on his forehead. Electrically charged bullets fly across them, tearing into the trees and through the head of one of the guards. The scarred Gosnian pokes itself out to retaliate, but is quickly hit through the abdomen and chest, dropping it lifeless to the ground.
Mr. Alien!
The last Gosnian charges out and is immediately shot down. The townsfolk all look around nervously at the sudden silence. A heavily armored arm grabs Grace and rips her from her mother. The Gosnian berserker raises Grace up with his sword to her throat. Vic steps from behind his rock, placing his rifle on his back. Vic remains silent, motionless and sparking. The berserker throws Grace aside and charges at Vic, throwing a horizontal sword swing at him. Vic ducks it and throws a punch into its abdomen. The shock hurts it, but doesn't stop its momentum as it kicks Vic in the chest, sending him backward. Vic rolls back to his feet just in time to sidestep the berserker's vertical swing, landing in the dirt. He jumps into the air to throw a knee, but is smacked aside. Vic lands harshly to the ground. Side rolls to avoid a foot stomp, and forward rolls to avoid a following sword swing. Now behind it, Vic climbs up the berserker's back and gets his hands around each side of its head. He ignites as powerful a current as he can muster. The berserker fights through its electrocution and eventually reaches its arm up to grab Vic. Vic disengages the current and evades the berserker's grasp by flipping over its head and dropping down to the ground in front of it. While it's still dazed, Vic shoves the barrel of his rifle into the gap of armor on the berserker's knee and fires into it. As the beast raises its sword for a swing, Vic smashes an elbow into its jaw and swings his rifle into the shoulder of the sword-wielding arm. He unloads his gun, keeping that arm at bay while he focuses all of his energy on building up a current in his right hand. Vic reaches his power's max and unleashes it into an uppercut. So strong it draws a lightning bolt from the sky, smashing the berserker's head between it and Vic's fist. The berserker slumps over, dead. Vic looks over at the townfolk to check their condition. They're all okay, but they're all looking at him with concern. As his adrenaline subsides, Vic feels a liquid pooling in his helmet. He takes his helmet off to see that blood has been gushing from his nose and mouth, along with numerous Gosnian laser burns across his armor, not all of which were stopped completely. Vic collapses to the ground.